Morning. Here we have a very interesting chap. Some of you might recognize him as the elephant bull who likes to come say hello to cars, most recently to Scott. And there was a lot of debate whether he might be about to come into must, and he probably was, because he's at the moment in full must. You can see extremely wet around the back legs and also around the face at the preorbital glands. And when you see, as he turns, you can see that big hole. Now, he's obviously developed a little bit of a habit with messing with cars, so I'm going to move off. I don't let elephants play. Hey! Don't you start nonsense with me. Okay, so what happened there is I had to bang the car, because otherwise he probably would have done the same thing as he did with Tara and Scott. And we don't want him to get into that habit. So I started trying to move away, and he started moving closer towards us. That's why I banged the car. Yeah, now you're looking sheepish. I'm going to start the car again now. And I'm going to try and move off slowly, but if he does come at us again, I will bang the side of the car. Yes, you're very big. There we go. So it's very important to read elephant behavior like that. And now he'll think twice before playing with the car again. So a lot of those situations that people get into that become dangerous can be avoided by understanding elephants. Yes, silly boy. Now, it's very important for us not to flee off now. That would just cause him to run after the car. So we're almost in a bit of a Mexican standoff situation, yeah? Yes. You're very pretty. He's going to shake his head. Hey, we've enough of this now. Stop it. So, as I said, very important for us not to rush off. But again, we mustn't let him get too close. There we go. He's going to go on his way, and I'm going to go on my way. And we'll call that a draw. But it's just really important. You can avoid those situations just by really having spent a lot of time with elephants. There we go. Bye-bye, big boy. We'll have one last look of him as he disappears across towards quarantine. And I'm just going to let ask Final Control just to let everyone know, particularly some of our tech staff who are going to be driving to and from our two camps, to just be a little bit cautious, and if they see that elephant today, to avoid him, because he is in must. And I'm quite convinced he might have done the same thing he's done before if we hadn't stopped him. And now, hopefully, we've taught him a little lesson, and he might not be as eager to sort of approach the cars and touch the cars again. Now, I know there's a lot of videos and stuff out on the internet and certain reserves and very close to here who let elephants touch their trackers, let elephants touch their cars, which is an amazing experience, yes, but something will go wrong. It's not if, it's when. And what happens if you do let animals that into the space when you can obviously see he's behaving slightly differently from what another elephant bull would do, and he does get a little bit overexcited or whatnot, and someone gets hurt, that sort of signs a death warrant for that animal, because it'll have to be destroyed, because now it is a danger to humans. So that's why I did that little thing there, and that's definitely why I wanted to watch his behavior. And it was very strange. We were probably a lot further away than we often would have gone with elephants. We were about 30, 40 meters, and he came to us, and as we tried to just move away slowly, he'd sped up, and that's when the first slap on the door happened. But I didn't feel like we were in danger at any point there, and it was just giving him a little lesson in etiquette. But as I said, if you keep letting animals do that type of behavior, even though it is very exciting for those on the vehicle or for you guys watching, at the end, there is that he is going to do something. It might be to a vehicle full of people, and people get very scared, and some of the people might not understand elephant behavior or know what they're doing. I'm talking about obviously about the guests, not the guides. And someone screams, shouts, moves in the wrong way, and that elephant gets even more agitated and someone gets hurt. And of course we don't want that. He's a beautiful big bull in his prime. So just teaching him a little bit of etiquette. Now, speaking about elephant bulls that need a little bit of teaching him etiquette, we had an elephant bull who decided that our little garden was a good place to spend his time. And X-Rang is wondering whether he's moved on now, and he has. With the rain coming and there being greenery all over the place, he's decided that after destroying our very beautiful buffalo thorn that I used to look and admire from my deck, it is now split in two. There's enough food out in the bush for him to go find. He also managed to put a foot through the pool deck. So fortunately, now with that bit of rain, there's a little bit less pressure on the animals, and he's moved off. We're definitely alarming at the Nkahuma ladies. Now they're about to go into very steep that little drainage system. Jamie's going to shoot around to the other side. I'm going to stand by here in case they change their mind. Copy, Jamie. I don't know what they might have heard. Oh, looking nice and hungry. So it's possible they are going to hunt into this cool morning. So now comes the next fun part. I'm sure I've crossed somewhere around here before. Let's have a look. I don't think it was down there, Dave. What do you think? Nah, that looks a bit steep. Of course, Murphy's Law, often when you're following big cats like this, they'll drop into a deep little creek bed like this, and then you think they're going to cross, and they pop out the other side, exactly where you just come from. Keep walking the base of that creek bed. So, change of direction, and we'll keep our options open with Jamie on one bank and myself on the other. If we do get into a position where it's difficult to cross, oh, sorry, Dave nearly came sliding to join us in the front here. So we're going to try... Oh, no, there we go. They have crossed. Ah, sneaky lions. See them there. Or at least one has crossed out. Can you hear that squirrel? I see you, lion. Let's just wait to see if a second one joins it, so I can get a slightly better view before we decide to descend and cross. You can see the others, which I can't. I think they're right down in this here, and I've lost sight of her as well.
Thanks, Jerry. I'm going to be heading out.
There we go. It's gonna. They're playing down right in the riverbed in front of us.
Copy that. No problem, Mike. Enjoy.
So I still only have 3 that I can see. but I know where they are now. Oh, there's the fourth. Hello. Yes, we see you down there. Eating some grass. I heard from that they've been doing that quite a bit this morning. Others I can just make up on the other side lying down, so hopefully Jamie will get round to them quite soon. Just get hold of Jamie quickly. Jamie.
Standing by.
Jamie, they've all crossed onto the western bank, and one lioness is quite far ahead of the others. You can hear the squirrels alarming quite close to Rebecca's Road.
Copy that, thank you. I'm just coming around now.
So the other three have moved off now. And they were there, and they've headed off towards that big knobthorn. You can just see them walking, just see the movement through the bushes there. Okay, we're going to try find a way to cross this little drainage system. Whoops. There we go. Whoop, whoop, boom. So while we find a way to try catch up with the lions, let's go see if Jamie's caught up with them on the other bank.
Everybody keep your eyes peeled. We've come around to the other side of the creek or the drainage line system that Brent was watching through.
Full must just... Yeah.
There's somewhere here.
A big bull in must has got a hole in his honourable which left here, I think. He likes to play with the vehicles. He can be quite tricky. I copy that Brent here. He's just walked probably about 15 meters past us. He's heading down to the south actually. At the moment.
I'm just listening to Mike chatting a bit about that elephant bull that Brent had.
That little cut line that goes around.
Just going to stop and listen for a moment.
Access. He's heading down that side. Copy that.
Just listening. Let's see if we can't hear squirrel's alarm calling. I can hear Brent coming through the bushes, so they must be somewhere here. Maybe just behind this thicket that we are faced with. The easiest route in. Trees. Here comes Brent. Here I come. Where did the lions go? Perhaps a little bit further to the north of us. I think since Brent's taking that route, let's try and get ourselves back onto the road. See if we can't spot them from there. While we do that, and since our signal's breaking up, you can jump on with Brent.
So we've managed to get through, and I can just see the lions off to my right here. Just trying to catch up with them. Where'd she go? Still see her, Dave?
Not there.
Ah, there we go. Oh, walking a bit faster than I thought. Right up ahead over there. See 3 of them now, so it's just really thick there. I'm just going to try find a more open patch to drive around. So awesome time this morning. Lions on the move. Goshawks eating this unidentified snake species. Big Ellie Bull getting a lesson in manners. Felicity says maybe it's in honor of St. Patrick's Day that the lions are eating the bright green grass. There we go. Hello, kitties. Have us a bit of a interesting run around to catch up with them, but we're here now. And it's warmed up considerably, and quite muggy and humid. Hello, big girl. Smelling around for something. I'm just trying to remember where we saw buffalo up in this area last night. I don't see any fresh buffalo tracks. Jamie's just checking around to see if there is any potential prey species up ahead of us. He smelled something. It's amazing how big, there we go, that little sub-adult's got. You could almost call her an adult. Yes, Amber. Right next to Dave, right next to Dave. Not more than 1.5 feet from Dave. I think you can almost hear the cameraman's heart quicken when that happens. So a big, huge safari live welcome to John in New Zealand, who's from the land of the long white cloud, New Zealand. Unfortunately, at the moment they're better at rugby than us. I would much prefer it to be the other way around. But John's kids don't believe that these lions are real. I guarantee you they are, guys. So hi, all the way from South Africa on Djuma Private Game Reserve. We're following the Nkahuma Pride of Lions as they head out on a late morning hunt due to the nice, cool, overcast weather we're experiencing. There we go. 4 lionesses moving through the bush. Now there's a 5th member to this pride for the new viewers, and that is not currently here. She is off trying to create the next generation of Nkahuma lions with one of the Birmingham boys. There we go. So guys, we're going to just have to go around the next thick section again. We might lose sight of them in a few seconds. Okay. Oopsie. Big hole there. Oh, another one. There they go. I wonder. They definitely seem to be following their nose. Watch how they lift their head into the air, smelling away. What have you smelt, ladies? They are quite hungry. When I get a chance to stop and show you one of them a little bit better, you can see that hollow stomach sort of, which is one of the reasons, or one of the ways to tell whether a lion's also more pregnant than hungry or vice versa.